US President Donald Trump has said that the US would 100% strike a trade deal with the European Union during a White House meeting with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni on Thursday. Ms. Meloni, widely perceived as Europe's Trump whisperer, had more than a reputation as a diplomatic bridge builder at stake during this visit. Italy is also one of Europe's top exporters to the US, you must note. But the two leaders struck a positive note, even as European officials expect most of Trump's tariffs to remain in place, as per reports, with little progress in trade negotiations, at least this week. The EU is considering further retaliatory tools if the tariffs remain, including restricting key exports through the US or targeting American tech firms. Just listen in to what the US President and Italian Prime Minister had to say.
Oh, there'll be a trade deal, 100%. Oh, well, you think there won't be? Of course there'll be a trade deal, very much. They want to make one very much, and we're going to make a trade deal. I fully expect it, but it'll be a fair deal.
Well, I'm here exactly to work for make the West stronger. For I believe in the West unity, and I think simply we have to talk and find ourselves.
President. She believes in the president.
Also, and find ourselves in the best middle way to grow together. That's why I'm here. So, if I wouldn't think it's a reliable partner, I wouldn't be here.
Well, for further clarity, joining us live from New York at the moment, Ray Locker. Ray, always a pleasure to see you. Trump has said a US-EU trade deal is 100% happening, but what was the actual substance behind that optimism, Ray? Was there anything concrete beyond this soundbite?
No, not really. I mean, he's made many contradictory statements about trade deals and tariffs. On the one hand, he says we're making $2 billion a day in tariff revenue, which is not true. It's more like 250 million. Right. And then he says everybody wants to make a deal with me. Well, if you want tariffs because you want to build up your domestic manufacturing base, then you want to keep tariffs. You don't want them to negotiate them away. And in a lot of cases, what he's saying doesn't always make sense, unfortunately.
Right. So despite the friendly optics, in fact, most of Trump's tariffs are expected to say, this is what reports highlight as well. But ideally then, what's the way forward for EU circles, Ray? Resignation, resistance, recalibration? Is there any follow-up planned?
Well, I think you're seeing in the polls that his poll standing is now underwater. He has less support than he has opposition. That's only increasing. And you have people all around the country, even people who voted for Trump in November, saying this is hurting me. And they're coming out in great numbers in protest rallies around the country. You know, and I know that a lot of Republicans say that those are paid for by George Soros or somebody else, but they're not. And so there's a lot of legitimate opposition because people are being hurt by this. And so I expect that to continue. And I expect Trump to do what he often does, which is to make some kind of reversal and make it look like a victory for him.